You're not in any trouble. We're not looking to make things worse.
Please, I'm just
Of
scared. I'll keep my hands big.
No, listen, don't be afraid. We don't even have to go in the apartment. Just come outside and talk to us. Honey, listen, you're not in any trouble. Okay? We understand that,
Why are you so upset?
don't be I know, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, honey. Don't be afraid. I'm sorry?
Lie.
Who lies?
Please.
It's nearing 11 p.m. when Waterbury police arrive at the home of 37-year-old Shannon Gritsbach on November 1st, 2022. Their knock at the door comes 3 days after police were called to investigate a suspicious robbery and homicide at the apartment in Waterbury, Connecticut. Once inside, law enforcement found the body of a woman laying face down on the floor of her own living room.
Hi. Oh. Yeah.
So the door was unlocked?
We have no idea. Fire got here first.
Okay, fire got here first.
Fire was here first. It was open for us because they opened
Fire's
it.
gone?
Fire's already gone.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You didn't pull or roll or anything?
We rolled it. So
You
the
did
fire
roll it?
department. Yeah.
What was on her face, anything?
Yes, it's like this weird sweatshirt thing that's wrapped around her face. The other side, kind of say it goes in her mouth.
Petechia, anything like that?
She's got lividity down there, but her eyes are kind of rigored shut.
How long do you think?
It's 12 hours.
So, let me ask you this then. That thing that's wrapped around her neck, like choking, or?
It's like, we just
So
rolled
you
it
can
briefly,
see,
but it
yeah.
looks like it goes into her mouth.
Well, you
like
can see it's
that.
around here too.
Yeah.
It looks like a sweatshirt or something.
It looks like it goes more in her mouth than around her neck.
Okay.
The woman is identified as 34-year-old Shelley Stamp. She worked for the Waterbury public school system as a para-educator for children with special needs. Stamp also has 2 part-time jobs as a waitress. As detectives comb through the crime scene to try to learn who would want to hurt a woman who spent her days teaching kids with special needs, they discover that the circumstances of her death appear strange.
You have no idea what happened. You said so many keys were found outside too? Ooh.
Yep. And they were found keys yesterday outside in the,
And no one thought to check on her till today?
apparently not.
Alright. Go out there and see if you can find anybody that knows her, her family member first. Who came in here and found her.
It was, I think you said it was brother.
Alright, let's see if you can find that person.
Yep.
Detectives knock on doors and gather information about anything residents thought seemed out of the ordinary in the last 12 hours. When a crime takes place in a densely populated building like an apartment complex, there is potential for investigators to find multiple witnesses to a crime. Sometimes, witnesses can break a case wide open, and other times, they lead investigators in an unexpected direction.
I do.
What's up?
Do you know like a short Spanish lady that lives over here in these apartments?
Oh, yeah, I was just getting ready to come out to talk to you guys.
Oh, okay. But
Because
you
she-
guys found the keys?
No, it wasn't me. It was the neighbor downstairs.
Oh, it's
She
the person
was the one who
downstairs.
found the key.
Oh, okay.
But we have something else too. Cause it was weird. She texted me in the middle of the night. This is the camera. They have that blue bag downstairs.
Who does?
The Spanish lady.
Yep. Okay.
At this point in the investigation, there's no telling whether the couple's account will lead law enforcement to their suspect, but detectives are ready and willing to listen.
I came last night. It was late, so someone would park on my spot, and I beep so they could move because the park there is my spot. And he told me, "Oh, I can't move because I don't have gas on the car." But that was the person that I never seen before here, and she couldn't move the car, so I took another spot and I came here. So she was like beeping her home, like for someone to come out, and nobody came out. So she was there for a long time, and another girl came, but the girl that came from behind, like I don't know, she came from the bushes, and when she came out, the girl in the car wasn't there. She already had left.
What was that unfamiliar woman doing outside the apartment complex? If she didn't live there, investigators wondered if she might have been waiting on someone who did.
The girl left, both of the girls left, and they left a bag, a blue bag.
Investigators hit a bump when the witness the couple upstairs referred to as the Spanish lady doesn't speak English. Luckily, another resident of the complex is willing to translate.
You found the keys?
¿Tú encontraste las llaves? Sí, yo encontré las llaves, ahí estaban tiradas de este lado, con una ropa como tirada en el piso, y yo vine y la cogí y la tiré ahí. Y le dije a la muchacha de arriba, ella tiene el video y todo. La muchacha de arriba, Adriana, tiene el video y todo de anoche. Y quien dice ella que eran como la 1 de la mañana y que había un problema grandísimo afuera.
She said that there's a young girl that has a video. I guess there's I think something happened last night.
Yeah.
And she said that she found that girl's keys there with a bunch of clothes and then she put it over there.
Sí, pero yo no vi la llave, yo la encontré esta mañana cuando saqué la basura.
She said she found the keys this morning.
Okay.
Sí.
What did you do with the keys when you and the keys in the bag? What did you do with them when you found them?
¿Qué tú hiciste con las llaves y la bolsa?
Cuando yo me levanté por la mañana, yo miré, pero era muy oscuro. So, yo no quise salir, eran como las 9, entonces yo miré afuera. Entonces fui después cuando boté la basura y miré el de esto, el bolsillo, lo traje para mi casa.
She said that when she saw the bag with the clothes and the keys, she brought it to the house.
Yeah.
Okay. To who? To your house?
Sí, yo lo traje para mi casa.
Are they still in there?
La ropa y las llaves están ahí?
Sí.
In the end, the detectives get their message across, and the witness hands the mysterious blue bag over to detectives.
Y estaba eso también, y yo me voy a quedar con ella porque es tan bonita.
Okay.
I like you.
Right here.
Thank you.
No problem.
Okay. That's everything that was in there?
That's it.
From the outside, investigators can tell the bag likely belonged to Stamp. Inside the bag are clothing and shoes. To police, it appears that whoever killed Stamp must have also ransacked and robbed her apartment. Footage captured by witnesses shows a woman holding the blue bag outside of a white sedan in the complex parking lot. Visible in the photo, the vehicle's license plate. The evidence compiled led investigators here, the home of Shannon Gritsbach. There appear to be multiple units in the building. Detectives split up to speak with anyone who's willing to talk.
Hello. Hi, sorry to bother you.
Hello.
We're police officers. Is there an adult or somebody else home with you, or?
No, my mom's not home.
How old are you?
Oh, well, I'm 20.
Oh, okay, you're an adult. You're like me, you look young. Just had a quick question. We're looking for the girl that was staying in the basement. Have you seen her here lately?
Oh, I have not. I don't know.
Do you know that there was a girl staying in the basement?
Yeah.
Okay, alright. We know that, police and DCF were out here before and stuff like that, in the past, but, just wondering if you've seen her here recently.
No.
Not that you know of?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Meanwhile, outside the upstairs unit, 2 other officers are still speaking with Shannon Gritsbach. She finally agrees to meet them out front. Based on Gritsbach's behavior, they believe she may have some of the answers they're looking for.
We're detectives and investigators from the Waterbury Police Department. Our word, if we tell you something, we're Waterbury, okay? So listen, you're not in any trouble, okay?
I don't think I've done anything, especially in Waterbury, so.
But I just want you to know how important it is for you to talk to us about certain things, okay? Just because we don't want it to escalate and we don't want you to put yourself in a position that you shouldn't be in, okay? We're talking to you more as a witness, as opposed to a suspect, okay? So to speak, okay? Sometimes people put others in a tough situation, but it's up to you to kind of get yourself out of it, okay?
Can you tell me what's going on?
Yeah.
Gritsbach tells police she's struggling with active drug addiction and awaiting a bed at a local rehab program. But she doesn't appear to have a public criminal record.
I said the worst thing I do is steal a muffin from the gas station.
Listen, we're not.
Go old if they don't sell it anyway.
We're not worried about that. We're not worried about that. We're not worried about anything other than, again, what we kind of talked to you about. We're not worried about any narcotics or anything. We do wish that you get help, and maybe we could.
For yourself, for your kids,
and because your kids need you, right? And don't allow someone to put you again in a spot that could jeopardize that.
For now, Gritsbach is considered a witness, and investigators already have an idea of who their prime suspect might be. They just haven't been able to find her. Waterbury police are looking for a woman named Heather Anderson, who they're told used to reside with Gritsbach. Anderson is a repeat criminal offender in Waterbury and a known drug user. Her public rap sheet dates back to 2016, when she was charged with larceny. In 2018, Anderson was sentenced to a year in jail for possession of cannabis. When she violated her probation in 2020, she was sentenced to 10 more months in jail. Now, police are hoping to speak with her about a much heavier offense: murder.
So, do you remember the last time?
I didn't know what you're talking about. I know what you're
there.
talking about. I wouldn't let her in my car.
Yeah. So
Away from my car.
So listen.
Away from my car.
So those are some of the things that we would like to talk to you about. That's all.
Yeah.
Because again, you know.
I don't know where she is though.
Yeah,
She's
that's
a
fine.
thief. She's not allowed here. She's a thief. I've caught her stealing from me 2 times.
Okay.
And then the other night she was getting changed. I let her take a shower here. She got my daughter's bra on. And my daughter left in the dirty hamper in the bathroom.
Okay.
I'm like, are you kidding me?
Law enforcement eases Gritsbach's concerns and asks her to head to the station with them to answer more in-depth questions. She agrees.
Yeah, that woman is so disgusting. She came back to my house.
You're talking about,
The robber.
okay.
Heather.
Yep.
And I felt bad for her because she didn't know where to stay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she's when I met her, I wasn't really taking a shower in a while. I was kind of slow.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And I let her sleep in my basement.
Yep.
Because she had stolen stuff from my house. I had a camera in my bedroom.
Okay. What was she stealing from your house?
She went through my husband's wallet while he was sleeping and took his money. And he woke up and he said, "Gee, I had $100 in my wallet. Did you touch it?" I said, "No." And he's, looked around.
Yep.
And he said, "I'm sure you didn't spend it." And he looked at the camera.
Oh.
And you could see her crawl on the floor over to his nightstand and go in his wallet.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long was she staying with you?
A few weeks.
Yeah. How long have you known her?
A few months, like 6 months maybe. I met her about. We were like hanging out.
Gritsbach opens up about her relationship with Anderson. Apparently, Anderson is no longer staying in her basement, and the two haven't seen each other since Gritsbach dropped her off in the neighboring city of Hartford several days ago. 2 days later, on November 3rd, police finally tracked down the basement dweller they've been looking for. After all this time, she's been hiding in plain sight.
Heather. Waterbury, please. Stop. There's a warrant for your arrest.
For what?
Stop. Put your hands behind your back.
For what?
Stop. Look at me.
For what?
You're not going to overpower us, so just stop.
Yes.
For what?
Yeah. Stay back. There
For
you go.
what?
Here, take the purse off so you lock it on her hands, please. Thank you.
For what?
There's no
What
reason
did I do? Oh, what did I do?
Go with a lighter, huh?
What did I do? What did I do? What did I do?
Heather, do
No.
you have anything sharp on you?
Yeah, we're going to
No,
be going through your
I
pockets
do
real quick.
Crack pipes.
Yeah, just put it here. Here, put her all on her purse.
Detectives put the pipes found on Anderson's person into her bag, but the paraphernalia charge is the least of her worries.
What did I do?
You have a warrant. We're going to go talk about it.
Okay. Is there a PGA? Is there a bond? What's the, like?
Let's keep it all right.
We'll talk at the police department, okay?
What the? This is crazy.
Watch your head.
Right over, Dan. Sorry.
Can I sip some of that coffee?
Yeah, thank you.
On the way to the station, Anderson insists that she hasn't been to Waterbury in months, but police have video evidence of her going in and out of Stamp's apartment complex for over an hour. After Anderson's arrest, more alleged details of the killing are revealed, slowly. On the evening of October 29th, Shelley Stamp had just left her serving job and returned home to the apartment complex where she was living. That's when Anderson saw her outside. Anderson likely saw her as an easy target and followed her inside. According to the prosecution, her intention was to rob Stamp for however much cash she had on her. But Stamp put up a fight. The two got into a physical altercation that left Stamp injured. Prosecutors said Anderson then strangled Stamp with her own sweatshirt and stuffed part of it into her mouth. The medical examiner determined that Shelley Stamp died from either strangulation or suffocation. Camera footage obtained by police showed Anderson leaving the apartment with Stamp's blue bag of shoes, her wallet, and a container of leftover spaghetti. As far as the cash that made Stamp the random target of such a brutal killing, $70 was all she had on her. Anderson allegedly used the money to buy drugs. Bank statements show that one of Stamp's credit cards was used at a gas station. Stamp's debit card was also used after her death at a Burger King in Hartford, the same city where Gritsbach told officers she dropped Anderson off. A week later, on November 7th, police are looking for Shannon Gritsbach again, and this time, it appears they have a warrant.
Hello, Shannon? Shannon's the police department, you hear? Hello, Shannon? Shannon, you here? Hello? Shannon's the police department, you here? Hello?
That's when police enter the basement for the first time, the place where Gritsbach claims Anderson had previously been staying.
Hold it on. Shannon! Jesus.
Shannon, you down there?
Oh my God. This is ridiculous.
On the table, officers can see tinfoil and what looks like a small bottle of alcohol. It appears that whoever was living down here was using the space to do drugs. Because Anderson and Gritsbach are both combating addiction, it's hard to tell who might have been down there last.
So we talked to the tenant on the first floor. She doesn't know where she is. I gave her my card to call.
Oh, okay.
We went down to the basement.
Oh, that door was open. It was, I don't know, someone broke in or...
Wouldn't know what was missing.
The basement was worse than what I believe.
This is Hampton?
I checked the closet.
Oh, did you check?
Yep. I
Jeez.
checked the closet underneath that bed. Yeah,
Alright.
places that would make us look like we missed.
Yeah. Oh, this is a mess.
We, for all we know, though, she's still staying there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We came here last.
We were here last week, right?
Yeah.
By the following day, Shannon Gritsbach is also in custody. Investigators learned that the unfamiliar woman who one neighbor saw waiting in her car outside, the woman who claimed she couldn't find a new parking spot because she didn't have enough gas, that was Shannon Gritsbach, the getaway driver. All along, Gritsbach seems to be telling half-truths to investigators. Heather Anderson was a thief, and Gritsbach did drive to Hartford. Conveniently, all of Gritsbach's stories left out one key detail: the murder, and how Gritsbach waited outside for it to all be over. Officers charge Heather Anderson with murder, conspiracy to commit home invasion, robbery, and assault. The charges seem to fit the crime, but in November 2023, Stamp's family learns that her sentence might not hold. Just before the holidays, Anderson accepts a plea deal of 30 years in prison. She enters her plea under the Alford Doctrine, not admitting guilt, but acknowledging that the prosecution has enough evidence to convict her of the murder of Shelley Stamp. In exchange, she evades a life sentence. Heather Anderson, now 36, is expected to be released from prison in 2054. She will be 66 years old. Shannon Gritsbach is charged with 2 misdemeanors in relation to Stamp's death. She allegedly missed a court appearance and is not in jail.